Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back. Let me pull up chat here. I'm here. I am here, y'all. I'm alive and well. What's up, Gwen? Hello, Ingo. Hello, Mavis. Ingo titties out Tuesday. I did see that conversation, by the way. I do, I understand, that could be considered compensation for the extreme lack of lives and communication. Hello, Austin. Hello, Michelle. Uh, but YouTube won't let me. That will go against their community guidelines. Yes, Austin, how are you? How has school been? What's up, Joe? Like, I wonder if how much you can tell. I got like a decent amount of sun when I was at you can't really tell because I have so many like thousands of tan lines. Ingo, excuses, Gina. Nothing but excuses. Well, if you want the live kicked off, like, if you want me kicked off live and a strike against me, then let's go. You survived your first week of school. That is good. Michelle is listening in, but busy getting some lunch made. I'm surprised I'm not burnt as much as I thought I would be. I was out in the sun. It was like 90 degrees on Sunday when we went to the park. So um oh, before I start, hello Pat. How are you? Have I seen you on lives before, Pat? I can't remember. I apologize if you have been here. Welcome back. If you have not, welcome to the fun we have here. Uh McT, what's up? Puff Puff Pass. There was a lot of puff puff passing this weekend. Much needed. Um Gwen, with the first plug of the day, if you like what you see in here, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the post notification bell, check out Patreon and Discord, and links are below. Discord link is not in that description for some reason. I need to get my shit together and update that. Usually I try to right before I log in because for some reason I need to save something, like it's not being saved in the template. Anyhow, but yes, check out the links. I'm going to pin that message, Gwen. Ah, yes, just Joe says, don't forget the thumbs up. Press that like button. Mavis is right on that too. Hit that like. I had my coffee already, and this is like, this is the tiny bit of coffee that was left mixed with some water. Nice. Am I feeling better now? Yes. Yes, 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 Ingo. So yeah, Friday was nuts. Like, man, isn't it wild how our bodies, souls, minds, whatever, just get hit with all the things, with all the emotions without I mean like, I talk about my bro all the time. I don't get crazy emotional or anything, but woof, his birthday on Friday was I was a whole other thing. Gwen said yes, it's similar to a blown load. Also, hopefully my mic sounds right, and if it doesn't, I'm not even caring right now. So, don't be afraid to let me know that the issue might still be there. And uh, right now I'm not caring. I just want to hang out with you guys. Ooh, Austin says I joined the cross country team and might get a new kitten. Oh my gosh! Well, that's some cool stuff. Maybe it says I sound good on his end, so fantastic. It should be, hopefully, at least for now, fixed. Whoo! Good to know that right now it sounds good. um, I had planned on kind of jumping into the Harry Mack reaction that I would normally do on Monday, but what do you guys want? Do you want to just super chill? Like, I will need to get out of the live by 2 my time. Um, how do you say, is that your friend's name? Yeah, Ingo, isn't it wild how, and like, I know, it's like not that I forget when my brother's birthday is, but man, my body and soul just it's a whole experience. Oh, okay. And oh, Ingo says, can imagine Gina feel hugged. Thank you. I feel it. I felt it from the day from that day when I was like, y'all, I hate to say this, and I cannot. Y'all wouldn't want me to go live that day. Super dysregulated, just emotions all over the place. So I felt massively hugged from that point on all weekend, even though I was very quiet. I didn't even realize how quiet it was, but like my friend and I, he had been wanting to go to Cedar Point, and he only likes to Cedar Point. I have a whole story to tell y'all, but let me catch up on things real fast. Mick T says there's no popping. You definitely earned the nerdy audio plug. Excellent. Joe says what was a fix? Well, there was a lot of things that I did. I completely rebooted my system. I disconnected my virtual interface that I had added. Um, I uninstalled it, reinstalled it. I also switched my USB port that I was using. It has to use a 3 point um, USB, but I have two 3 point USB ports on my computer, so I switched where it was my hardware on it audio interface. I switched which port it was connected to in hopes that maybe it was just like a bad connection on the port that it was connected to. Um, and I honestly that I'm thinking that may have been the main fix. We'll see. Austin said, if I get a new kitten, I'm going to name it Zestial after a character from Has Been Hotel. Yes. I love Has Been. Yokin. Okay. It's wild how we feel it. Michelle says, it's crazy how those dates pop up. And even if we're not actively thinking about it, our bodies remember and freak the fuck out. 100%. That is what happened on Friday. And it's just like, all right. And like I said in my post, I posted in Patreon, but also Facebook, which I know not all of you are connected to, but and Patreon, I posted about my thoughts on Cliff's birthday, and it's just this wild thing that happens, uh, and it's heavier on his birthday for reasons, and I post that stuff because I know that other people go through it, it's not for to be sad or whatever. It's just like, hey, this is a thing that happens, and no one ever talks about it. Sunshine says, Jinx, I'm blaming you for my procrastination. I was almost out the door to be productive and run some errands, and I saw you and my people were live. Hey, I'm okay with being the scapegoat. I'm all good with that. How are you? Ooh, McT Oasis reformed. Guess who's going to see them in 25? 25 what days? Oh, Sunshine, your name is Jack. Do you want to be known as Jack here? Joe said ports can be bad for one thing, but not another, so maybe. And my computer's just old as fuck, and I probably need to do a lot of either work on it or just full on replace it. Yo, Chin? Okay. Ingo posted a video on Discord how to pronounce it correctly. You asked for it. Thank you. I will definitely check that out. I'm thinking switching out the mic would have proven it wasn't the mic. I just didn't have access to another mic, unfortunately. Yeah, it was definitely, I think it was digital. It was like it was something to do with connection and on the audio interface end, I think. Gwen was joking with me on Discord, asking my parents actually named me Sunshine. That's hilarious. Joe said, can we work on Holub? Oh, in 25. Okay. That makes sense. The year, LOL. It'd be the biggest selling tour in UK history. This is huge. That's awesome. Austin says, hope you have an amazing time at the concert. I think Joe meant how I say Tori's last name. Oasis next year will be the reaction channel's #1 go-to for reactions. The crowds be insane. Nice. Sorry, I'm getting all these freaking notifications on my phone. Making sure it's not anything urgent. And of course it's not, which is good. Just like, dude, why we got so many? Yeah, Ego said I never liked Oasis. Sorry, Mick. Hey, we all have our own uh likes and dislikes. That's okay. You already did Noel Gallagher reaction and loved it. He's an Oasis. Nice. Mick, when it comes to listening to music, I will definitely be doing reactions, listening to music tomorrow. Sunshine, did you see the story about Ren? Poor kid. They took Sick Boy album off several platforms because a beat he purchased legally had been obtained illegally and his lawyers dropped the ball. What the fuck? That's messed up. Seren, hello. How are you? All right, Gwen says, okay, let's get this party started. Like my plugs, comment with naughty, not nasty things, subscribe to Ask Things Kinky, go to the dungeon with your own paddle, like the Batman one I posted in Discord. I so have a lot to catch up on the dungeon. Oh, subscribe to all things kinky. Well, ask things works too, I guess. Yeah, McT, that's cool, Ingo. I hate Taylor Swift. And then Ingo said, how can you hate someone you don't know? Mavis says Ren's new videos top. Um, yeah, I saw that premiered yesterday. Look at this, like these gray hairs that are just like all over the place right there. Woo. Sunshine McT, you are crazy saying that out loud. Have you not heard of the Swifties? You think the renegades are loyal? The Swifties will track you down. Gwen said, Joe, did my plug please you? Actually, you know what? I gotta do something real fast. Joe said, Gwen, oh yes. Uh, one moment, you guys. I realized I have like a little sign that says when I'm recording. I need to put that up on my desk so that, or on my door, so that like They know. So hold Ingo says, I left a comment on Charismatic Voice that you would be interested in her opinion about Fields of the Nephilim. Huh. That's interesting. We got we got six spanks from Miss Gwen. Hello, Anna. I'm doing well. I needed a weekend of away. I needed a weekend away from most of everything, and it was successful. Nice little reset. Ironically, I'm like sore from walking around Cedar Point for I think we were there like let's see, 10 hours. Would be 8. We were there for like 9 hours. We were at an amusement park called Cedar Point on Sunday. Ingo, doubt it. Not throwing shade at her, but she's got a large channel. Pretty sure she has people for that. LOL. She does go on live, and you'll like her when she does her premieres and you see her account come up. It is actually her, but you can tell like she only responds to here and there. Like she only sees so much. I can't fathom. I mean, it's well over million. It's millions of subscribers she has. I can't even fathom what that's like. Yeah, Joe, I know it's hugely famous. I mean, yeah, people come from all over the world to see it. And it's 2 hours away from me, and it's fantastic. It is by far my favorite amusement roller coaster amusement park. Disneyland is so funny. I've gone to both Disneyland and Disney World, and it is good. It's cool. It's obviously obvious as well, world known worldwide. Really cool. It's wild to see the difference in size between Disneyland and Disney World. Gwen, my dungeon is a huge amusement park. Yes, it is. Yeah, I came across a lot of people who, Inga said, I came across a lot of people who hate Taylor Swift. Most of them are Swifties now after actually listening to her music. And I am one of them. He has been, Ingo has been, oh, I forget the word that I'm looking for. Gwen said, I have a ton of fun rides. Let's see. So there are 17 roller coasters at Cedar Point. And actually, I'm about to like look up see how many we actually rode because of being a Sunday and during once school has started because school has started here in Ohio at least. Um, it was not very busy. I mean, it probably we were wanting to go on a weekday, but with work and stuff, it was not really doable. Because had we gone on a weekday, I mean, we would have been able to ride every single ride probably, and then a good portion of them multiple times. But let's see. Rides at Cedar Point. I want to see how many we actually rode. And it'll be easier for me to like see the list. Um I rode 4 rides that I've never ridden before because I hadn't been there for so long. That was pretty friggin' sweet. Converted. Thank you, Gwen. Me too, but not for a long time. Last land was in 91. World was 73. Wow. We went to Disney World with the kiddo when he was 7 in 2017. Sunshine, Mixie, I'm not into her music either, but I do respect her. She stood up to industrial or industry several times, and this last tour she gave 100K bonus to all the roadies and stage hands. Yep. She's awesome. Businesswoman, if nothing else. Malingo. Hello. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Malingo and Ingo. Malingo and Ingo. Is there an RV park next to Cedar Point? That is a good question. Because Cedar Point is kind of like on its own peninsula type thing. Um, and it's surrounded by water, so there's lots of docks and stuff. I bet there's an RV park within 5 to 10 minutes of the. I don't know. That's a really good question, Gwen. That'd be something to look up. I'm sure it's easy to find info on it. Oh, there's 18. Okay, so I had the app. Why did I get rid of it so quickly? Ah, yes, Ingo. Let's see it. Make sure that I have that. Let me make sure. That gets to be reacted to tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I want. Oh, okay. I saw putting it down on the reaction list on the Poppy Mike stream. Good. Excellent. Fantastic. Now I don't have to pull that up. I appreciate you, Ingo. Yeah, Cedar Point is near Ohio Michigan border. It's close. Yeah, it's north. It's as north as you can get basically in Ohio. Because it is it's right by Lear Lake. It's in the lake area Erie area, and it's like it's on its own peninsula. Like it's wild. It's a cool place. Um we used to go there fairly often as when I was a kid. It's right near Kelly's Island, Put-in Bay. Oh, we stayed at our V pack that is part of Cedar Point. Oh, well there you go. So we rode. Yeah, I was gonna say that makes sense that there'd be an. It would be silly if they didn't have an RV park. Oh my gosh. Joan Arma Trading and K Tempest until you either do them or block those names in chat. I won't block those names, silly. Oh shoot, Joe, I was supposed to do that on Wednesday last week, and with all the tech issues and all that, that did not happen. So, um, yeah, if I don't get it uploaded today, I'll get it uploaded tomorrow. I know that I've already done it, but I was gonna upload all sorts of like previously reacted to stuff, and it was just last week just was nuts. So yeah, I will make sure Impossible drops tomorrow. Oh, and there'll be multiple things that drop tomorrow. Yeah, Ingo, can we get some trolls here? I'm in the mood to block people today. Well, Ingo, maybe we'll do a phone live after I pick up the kid. Get him back to his dad's from school. But I don't know if that'll be too late for you. Like I could do it like probably 3:30 my time, but I don't know how late that I forget how late that is for you. Then you'll have plenty of trolls to block. Do, do, do. Okay, show results. Sunshine. In fact, my cousin Vince, yes, he's literally my cousin Vinny, just sent me a pic of me and him circa 1985 when he came down here to Six Flags. I'll post in Discord. It's hilarious how 80s we look. That's amazing. Yes, please. Yeah, I figured it would be Ingo. Mick T, you'll be in Ohio soon? For what? I forget. You told me, I think. There's a, I forget how to say that last name. I haven't seen my cousin Vinny in a long time. Ingo, I can put on a fuzzy green wig. Then Gwen can send me to the dungeon again. What? Hello, Winter Sun Alex. How are you? I will say that I had planned to do reaction to Winter Sun by the end of this month. I remember. I'm not guaranteeing that that will happen, but I will do my best and I will keep you updated. Well, hello. Thank you so much. Oh, Alex says, hello to the most beautiful audio engineer I know. You are so sweet. Thank you. Malingo, give me all the fuzzy hair on women. Ingo said, I am not a fan of hair other than on the head. Noted. Cause you found out that she doesn't shave her armpits. That's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, I moved something on my computer, so hopefully that didn't cause shit to happen. I so agree. I'm all for women letting to say please with their body, just not my thing. She's still touring at 72, and I highly recommend. Oh, are we talking about a couple different people now? Ingo said, I shaved myself, and I am a man. No one likes a bearded oyster, says McTee. I think that no one is a it's a strong assumption. Because I could probably prove that wrong. Justin, hello. I'm pretty sure I know people who could prove that statement wrong, and plenty of people who can. Gwen said it's bearded clam. One, someone. Oh, we do, Mick. We really do. Ego, there are people that are deep into hair, right? Oh my god, this is hilarious. We've gotten to this conversation. This is the first. This is a first on Jinx Reacts. Sunshine, I will say though, guys that are into feet need their head checked. There is no such thing as sexy feet. I 100% agree with you, Sunshine. I am like anti feet fetish. Like I am anti feet. Like if we didn't have to have feet, I'd be perfectly happy. Gina, it's for I don't know how to say that. Ensiferum? Has 7 million views from Willinker41 video. Make sure that is the video. Okay. I will look for that specifically. Fuzzy women and shaved men. That is all. Oh my god, right? Gina, maybe time to get a shaver trimmer sponsor. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. It would be so fun to like tweak the script. In Encephorium. Gwen said that time Julia Roberts was shown with Harry Pitts was gross. And Babes, this live is brought to you by Manscaped. If someone is wearing flip flops or bare feet and we're not at the beach or pool, prepare to be shamed. You would have shamed my friend Andy then. Dude wore flip flops to a freaking roller coaster amusement park. Dude had to take his shoes off so many times to ride rides. I'm like, dude, what the hell? He forgot regular shoes. It was either flip flops or his like steel toed work boots. And he went with the flip flops. I mean, it was 90 degrees, so I don't blame him between the two. I think Julia Roberts proved the sexiest double standards. Justin, hi Gwen, is my dungeon chair waiting for me, aka throne? Oh, he thinks he got a throne in the dungeon? McT says, would a Wookiee want a Brazilian? I've shaved a beaver, but using Veet on a Wookiee is one gummy too far, right? Oh my god. Oh shit, this is hilarious. Pronounced it right. It's for Yari of Winter Sun's former brand. And thanks everyone for that disturbing image now of hairy women's body parts. Justin says, I got the whips. We got like 4 different conversations going on here. It's fun. Yeah, Ingo says, Gwen, someone thinks he has a throne in the dungeon. Go get him. Gwen said, I am not your stereotypical lesbian. I don't wear Birkenstocks. I don't have hairy legs or pits. I don't eat granola. Oh my god. What? I don't know anything about the granola stereotype. Justin, that's how I roll. What's up, gay? Says hi everyone. Just checking in for a few seconds, right in the middle of cooking some stuff. Looks like you're having a great stream. Yes, we are. Thanks for hopping in. What are you cooking? Women naturally have hair. It's weird. Misogyny is to be so reactive. Well, but like not everyone is the sense of misogyny because there's plenty of guys such as Ingo, as we've learned today, who do shave. That's not expected just of the girls. Chad better not hear any popping or crackling today. I 100% there with you. I will flip out, and I just said before you hopped in here, Chad, I said if it does, let me know. And at this point, I'm not gonna care. I'm just gonna keep going. But it'll be helpful to know. Okay, says veggie for lunch for the next few days. Ooh. Nothing fancy. Yeah, I'm not a great cook. Hey, food is food. McT says, let's get back to shaving Wookiees, okay? What is that? What is that? What do we think about that? Michelle says, Gwen, do you drive a Subaru? My mom drives a Subaru. She's not gay. It's not not just. I'm gonna go. I don't have hair, not even on my head. Lead with example. I love that, Ingo. That's fantastic. Lead with example. Sunshine, for real though, my back isn't super hairy, but enough to be conscious about. After divorce, was gifted a man groomer shaver, basically a back scratcher with a shaver. Best gift ever. Oh, that's cool. Gwen, nope, don't have a Subaru. She's the like that's fantastic. I love that. Gwen says, Justin, you have a rack in the dungeon. You have a rack in the dungeon, as in like. And then Justin goes back and says, yeah, a rack for my whip. Emily goes, Subaru is such an American lesbian thing. That's what everyone says, but there's plenty of people who are not, who are both lesbian and don't have Subaru, and people who are not lesbian and have Subaru. The Subaru WRX STI isn't technically gay, but the Legacy is another story, right? Legacy and Outback. Mick says Gwen don't eat granola, shoes, a Prius, or Tesla. Make that sense kind of makes sense, it kind of doesn't. Must be higher than a dwarf on a ladder, as per usual. Does anyone else here love grapes? That was random. I feel like there's like I feel is there more to this question about grapes? Justin says, hands down the best fruit ever. It's Chad said, around these parts, Subarus are rampant, as are the lesbians. Must be out of here, and I'm not a hairdresser. Subarus here are very boy racer. Ooh, Gwen's got a GMC Acadia. Is that how you say that? Denali. Ooh, those are nice. Like those there that's a is that a like a big SUV? Am I thinking of the correct thing? Alex, that's nothing, Gwen. I'm attracted to hairless lesbians, but the lesbian I know are hairy and love granola. Michelle says that whole body hair convo took me back to the time I savagely roasted my brother's high school bully after hearing his girlfriend complain about his lack of manscaping. That's amazing. I am funny in that, like, for me personally, let's talk about this. I didn't even tell y'all. Y'all are sharing your preferences. I'll share mine. Since we're just going there, apparently, today. I could honestly care less about guys manscaping. Like, it's a plus, sure. Don't care less though. Me personally, or really anyone else, I'll say that. I don't care what people do what you do want to do. My personal preference for myself is right alongside with Ingo. I'm just like, I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. I would rather deal with shaving than deal with the hair. It's a weird thing. Chad, Ingo, I think Barbie was driving a Miata in the movie. I could be wrong. That's hilarious. I like grapes, but like they're not my favorite. No, it was just actually eating grapes and love grapes. I like grapes. I don't know that they're like my favorite fruit. I don't know what my favorite fruit is. I have a weird like I as I know as a kid one of my favorite fruits was cantaloupe. Chess said I have an eco-friendly car. I have no room to talk really. Mid-size SUV? Okay. Maybe says I'm a big fan of pineapple. Pineapple's good too for many reasons. You go, Miata is such a fun car to drive. 100 or 1,000 kilogram weight, 185 horsepower, rear driven, 6 speed manual, lockup differential. It's a drifting machine. That does sound fun. Joe says, yes, I have like a hair. There we go. There was a hair, ironically, stuck on my microphone, and I finally got it. Uh, Joe says, never owned a Miata, but looked like it would be so much fun. Mine has an LSD. Love giving the throttle a blip while taking a hard turn. Okay, I'm like behind on chat. Y'all are hop. It's hopping today. Oh wow, Molingo says I hardly know anyone who drives. UK doesn't have that car culture, right? That makes sense. Gwen says, Justin, for you, love, I have a pleasure frame. Ah, McT, she, not shoes. LOL. I'm high. It's evening here. When is the next dono show? Uh, Probably the soonest will be Thursday. I might, depending on what tomorrow looks like. Oh, it depends. Thursday at the latest will be the next dono show. What is the wait? Let me look at the date. Thursday. Yeah, it has to. Yeah, definitely Thursday will be the latest I do a dono, and I'll probably start it pretty early. And lesbian here are flat chested, biker booted, angry nostril pierced grandmas on a mission. I love that. I just want people to have a goddamn wash, like clean shower. Austin, I have been called a lesbian by a random kid at my school because they heard me talking to my friends about LGBTQ, but I date mainly girls, but I have had a boyfriend. I am omnisexual. Girl, or yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I in high school, I've always been that I know of. I like to say I'm 98% straight with 2% bi curious that no one has proven yet. Uh, oh, people thought I was lesbian when I was in high school for sure. Because I cut all my hair off. Then I had a boyfriend, and then we, my boyfriend broke up with me. And after my boyfriend broke up with me, they just thought I was like lesbian or something. Kids will make assumptions. People make assumptions, not just kids. Oh, and when I started dating, people just kind of like that. One of their first questions is like, "Are you bi?" That's when I started saying, "Well, I'm like 98% straight, 2% bi curious, and no one's proven the bi yet." Ego Jinx reacts, "Are you sure you want to get in the passenger seat with an ex-race driver?" When did I say? But yes, Malingo. Malingo said, "Mick, that is an odd thing to say." And then Mavis said, "This must be your first time hanging out with Mick, right?" Yeah, Gwen said that Austin, thanks for sharing that. It took guts. Yes, it does. I meant to say that as well. Thank you for sharing, Austin. Michelle said, "I'd totally sit in your passenger seat." Yeah, I would too. Yes, let's go. Let's do it. Joe says, "Gina English, my car has limited slip differential, a little too much gas on the turn, and the rear end goes happy. I call my car wiggle butt. That's hilarious." Ooh, Chad says, "I'm looking at an 87 white box body GT convertible that has been restored with only 40,000 miles on it. Whoa. But I am on the fence as to whether to spend the money." That's wild that it only has 40K miles. That's amazing. That spec alone is fantastic. But I don't know anything about uh, White Fox body GT. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Gwen says, "We also have a Cadillac CT5 twin turbo V6 356 horsepower. Very nice." Oh, Alex says, "My Gina, my favorite Freya got attacked by a raccoon the other night. She's not with me watching you today. She's at the vet." Oh, well, I hope she gets better soon, and I hope the vet is taking very good care of her. Justin, yeah, these chats are definitely humming today. Yeah, Michelle said, Ingo, because Ingo said, "Thank you for the trust" to Michelle. Michelle says, "I mean, you didn't die, so I probably wouldn't either." Right? Yes, sending all the best wishes to Freya and you as Freya's dad. Chad, what do you mean by on account of the flannel? Me not knowing anything about cars, maybe? I don't know. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, never mind. Chat. Yeah, the flannel being by, yes. It pretty much just the way that I dress. I had to catch up. There's so many, like, there's like at least four conversations going on. I do have bi vibes. I just do. Yeah, it is. It's, I swear, mainly it's the, the flannel. But yeah, every single, like, people who have, are like, well, on my gaydar, you have the bi vibes. I'm like, I don't deny it. I'm like, whatever, but I haven't. No one's proven it yet. One day, maybe. I will own the bi vibes. I'm okay with that. Oh my god, Mick T says I nearly lost a nipple shaving my man chest. I look like a wounded chimp in Planet of the Apes. I sat in the shower sobbing like I'd been tased. That does not sound fun. Joe, if we had 120,000 sitting around, $120,000 sitting around, we would have a black wing. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. How do you cut your nipple off? I nicked it. LOL. I was on holiday in Spain. I was a cripple for a toasty I was a cripple with a toasty nipple. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. A cripple with a toasty nipple. A cripple. Oh my god, you guys. Oh, FYI. Let me look at something here. Let me look at something. Oh, what 9,701 subscribers. FYI, just hit that mark. Random thought. Chad, White Fox Body, aka Ford Mustang GT. Okay, okay, okay. Fox Body is how that generation of Mustang is referenced. Gotcha. I wondered if GT, if it was talking about a Mustang. I know a little tiny bit, but I didn't know the name, like that reference. Okay, picture Ice Ice Baby video. It's literally that same car and color. Nice. Sunshine, not discounting anyone's struggles, but do you think it's easier to come out as lesbian or bi female, mostly due to this guy's obsession with lesbians? Well, I wouldn't know because I I would say that it really just depends on where you're coming from. Because if your family, I think a lot of no, I think no matter what, or at least where I come from and the background I know, it's hard to come out as anything if you have a certain religious background and and overall societal. I would say probably yes, absolutely. I don't know though. I think it really depends on where you come from and how your background, like who is around you. Like I said, I remember the struggles. Shoot, I don't know if it's Yokin or Yochin had coming out. I knew I need to listen. Uh Coming out to his family as gay. It took years till they got back together. Aw. It's a feel as much as a look, yeah. The feel of the vibes. Yeah, I get it. I feel it. I felt The hedgie is good. She's chilling. She's happy. Oh, Jinx, what was wrong with the microphone? How did you end up fixing it? How long did it take you? Well, it was lots of just troubleshooting. I ended up switching the USB port that my audio interface was connected to. That was one of the big changes I made. I also uninstalled and reinstalled the virtual audio interface that I have on my system. I also actually updated OBS, did a full update on OBS. That may have been, I mean, there were so many things that I did that I'm really not sure exactly what the fix was, honestly. Winter Sun gets 5 spanks. Gwen says, Jack, we have a few cis guys in this chat who are obsessed with lesbians. Yep, just 10K soon, very soon. And I got some fun things that I'm cooking up for y'all. Lingo said, I came out at 20, haven't seen my relative since. That was 1987. That is awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we are here for you, Lingo. So I'm like going, like, I've had to like scroll up and down through the chat because there's so much going on, which is fucking fantastic. Justin said, I want to see those likes jump a lot higher than 10. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, Alex is asking about what cis means. Let's see if we have that answered. If not, I can, but I want to catch some chat. Michelle, this is late, but Sunshine, I think it's always difficult, even for people with healthy supports. Both lesbians and bi women are fetishized, which is why I rarely share with men I date. That is, yep. Uh, Lingo says cis is not trans, it's gender, not sexuality. It's I don't even deal with it. Gwen said, Justin, sweetie, there are only 12 people watching. Hey, let's get it to 12 then. Yeah, Malingo said I made it to. First, he said I've made it to 7 without them, and then he said 57. Jesus fucking Christ, keyboard. It's all autocorrect. We're just gonna blame it on autocorrect, even though it was keyboard's fault. Sunshine Michelle, I don't blame you. My fellow cis men can be troglodytes, no doubt. Yes. Chad said, geez, with all the panhandling, fine, I clicked. You better. Gwen gonna get you in the dungeon if you don't. Glad you did. Thank you. Justin, then everyone needs to hit it twice. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Don't hit it twice because it'll go away. Let me clarify. Gender, sex, sexuality are different. You can be trans and straight, gay, bi, asexual. You can be cis, not trans, and gay, straight, gay, bi, asexual. Oh, Malingo, she. Okay. Sorry. I just auto say pronouns without asking. Sorry. My brain goes to weird places. Joe, it's at 13. Someone voted twice. Way to go. You can't vote twice, though. Gwen says, okay, spank that like button while I spank Justin. Justin's like, yes, please, with emojis. That sounds like a yes, please. Ingo's got 4 spanks out there into the chat. Ooh, it's 111 here. Auto correcting brains, right? That that is a perfect way. I love that. For a long time, I didn't know what to say for Mavis. I was like, is I think I said Mavis. I think I said she for Mavis many times and early on in my chats. I don't know why. It's just my brain just makes shit up. I agree, Michelle. Cis men can be troglodytes, which I am not. I see myself Viking in a past life that likes gummies, donuts, and is attracted to lesbians. Michelle asked, may I share a resource for the folks curious how to learn more about gender sexuality? Yes, absolutely. Um, Send me the link. I'll try and pull up Voxer. I have it'll take me a moment. Do you have a link or do you just want to tell them like where to look? Because I don't think it'll let you put a link in. Yeah, I was gonna say if she sends me the link, I can do it. Yes, okay. She sent me the link. Bear with me. Actually, I should be able to. Actually, I should be able to. Bear with me. Oh look, I can hop on the live. I haven't hopped on the live on my phone. I'll hit the like button. I can do that. Bear with me. Right. Educate those here on the sensitive subject in all seriousness. Right. I can't even, yeah, like this is probably, yeah, this is the this is a fantastic resource because there's still stuff that, I mean, I'm a big part of the LGBTQ community and there's so much that I have to learn. I go, why is my keyboard such an arse? I love that. I love saying that way. I cleaned the biscuit crumbs out of it. You can also find it if you search Action Canada Gender Galaxy. Oh, I remember when you worked with them. Be it buzzing? Well, it might be my. Hmm. Insert vibrator jerk, right? Well, I mean, it's making noises as of right now. Okay, it was probably because I was getting uh messages on my phone, maybe. My phone is always on vibrate. Yeah, cell interference is a thing. That does happen. Excellent. I threw my phone over. And you probably, the buzzing that you heard, if it was, I don't know if it was when I was talking or just like in general, but like my phone is always on vibrate, so. So, summation or some summary of discussions: feet, amusement parks, armpit hair, sexuality, dungeon racks, labias, gender, concerts, cars, coming out, mic specs, and public hair grooming. This is quite the live, Jinx. I don't know if labias was supposed to be lesbians or but it works. Oh, and don't forget fresh fruit. We we are very eclectic here. Not just musically. Oh, public pubic hair grooming. Gotcha. Whatever. I knew what I meant. Private grooming for sure, but public? I mean, someone said something about not being a hairdresser. Oh, Gwen, why did you retract your own message? Potato, potato. Sunshine, hey, some people groom their hair public, right? At the wax places. I mean, I guess it is, but that's about this anyhow. Maybe they do at other places too. I don't know. Michelle shared the Action Canada link to Discord as well. All right, Winter Sun. Oh wait, you know what? I'm realizing I'm on top chat again. I've probably missed a lot of chat. Joe, close enough for government work or GINX Live? I don't know what that means. Alex, Winterson Alex says, everyone, only a few more days. August 30th before Winterson releases highly anticipated Time 2 album. And Gina, you're now powered to the Winterson Enciferium. Encif- Enciferium. I forget how to say that already. YouTube fan community now. Yes, I am. Gwen says, what did the banana say to the vibrator? Says, why are you shaking? She's gonna eat me. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Chat, talk about fresh fruit, huh? Am I right? Huh? Huh? Elbow, elbow. Says Joe. I think that was Joe. Was that Joe? No, that was Chad. That was Chad. Gwen, to the dungeon with you with that joke, says Joe. Ooh, Malingo. I've applied to do an open mic, never done one before. Ooh, that's fun. Uh, okay. The misspellings were close enough. Gotcha. Live chat should be the default. I don't know why it isn't. I wonder if I can change that on my end. I might. I might look to see if that's like a setting I can change. Oh, default is always top chat. I don't know why. Alex says, Gwen, you are the funniest lesbian I know. Can't say that for lesbians I know. She said, why, thank you, Alex. Gwen said, okay, Joseph, I'll follow you down there with my Batman paddle. Oh, you don't think there's a way for me to change that? I can still look into it. Yeah, I say wash. You say wash? That's so funny. Alex is, and Gwen, I'm gonna have an image now of hairy lesbians, vibrators eating bananas, telling each other jokes, maybe because of the gummies I've eaten already. What's up, Jonathan? Can't stay for long. I'm dropping in here while at the office. How is everyone? I am doing well after a weekend out of town going to my favorite roller coaster amusement park, Cedar Point. Gwen says we're talking about hairy lesbians. We're talking about all sorts of stuff today. Chat has been hopping with all sorts of interesting discussions. Do I call a carbonated beverage soda, pop, or Coke? You know, it's funny. Most people here in Ohio call it pop. I called it pop for a long time, but I tend to go to soda now. I tend to say soda. And then, like, when I'm ordering, I order whatever restaurant. Like, if I'm ordering something, I order whatever they have. I don't just say Coke, but I know a lot of people who do. There's a Chrome extension that you can check a setting for live to be default instead of top. I want to say there's also probably a setting when I go live for the live stream itself. There's probably a setting that I can change there. Ingo said Coke is for the nose, dot, dot, dot. Sunshine, it's always been soda for you. Joe says I'm a soda kind of guy, but have been known to order soda pop Coke. Yeah, I used to use pop, but and that's kind of the default here in Ohio. I don't know what started me saying soda. McT keeps saying oysters instead of clams, but I'll just read it as is. I don't like bearded oysters. They near their hair tickles my nose. It's like a mustache. Anyhow, I can't have face fur. It tickles my fragile rock. Or it tickles. Wait. I can't have face fur. It tickles her fragile rock. LOL. It's a hair-free zone here. Nipples are optional. Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious. Cyril, I don't think there is, as it's individual everyone's web browser. Interesting. In regards to Top Chat versus Live. Jonathan says, just got my new album of some Simone's solo work, Vermilion. Believe me when I tell you. And she and Arjen have created a masterpiece here. Intoxicating. Well, that's extremely intriguing. Coke is staying Coke is for staying up all night and doing things that are fun as hell that you regret the next morning. But that's for another discussion. Michelle's got to leave early, need to train with coworkers on something and pretend to take their complaining seriously. I love you, Michelle. Good luck with the training. You got this. Jonathan, Gwen, you behaving? Gwen says, Jonathan, as if. I'm kind of going like up and down based on what I see and what I've missed. In chat. Oh my god. Gwen, Harry lesbian. Yes, Gwen, Harry lesbians, which I know I would want to snuggle up to in bed. If I wanted to snuggle up to something hairy, it would be my Freya. Oh, I just got a tear in my eye. Hugs to you. Ingo, I had never done coke, only shrooms and weed. I have yet to do shrooms. That was actually a slight possibility of the weekend, anyhow. And I didn't because I was like, I don't want to do that on a roller coaster. Anyhow, Gwen says, okay, like, subscribe, comment, share. Hairy lesbians, vibrators, Batman paddles, and metronome butt plugs. All of the above and more. Austin said, bye, Mom. And Michelle says, Austin, you're literally next to me. Bye, 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 Michelle. Nice. Ingo says, Jonathan, I took your word and just ordered the vinyl version of the album. Not surprising at all. What are we up to on your count, Ingo? Are you able to still keep count? I'm sure you are. Austin says, no, I'm not. I'm on the other side of the house. So I'm not next to you, Mom. Oh, Austin's got that's hilarious. Mixie, I've done enough nose dust for everyone. Trust me, just say no. Sunshine. Okay, gotta actually be productive a little bit. Talk to y'all later. Be good, but not too good. Talk to y'all later. Twice. Bye, Sunshine. Thanks for hanging out. And Chad's got to go back to work as well. Yes, good to see you, Chad. See you next time. Thanks for hopping in. Jonathan says, you will love it, Ingo. It really is everything. She never ceases to amaze. Lingo loves vinyl. Well, Ingo is obsessed with vinyl. Wait, Joe, what are you talking about here? Hold up. Joe, what are you talking about in regards to 14? Another voted twice. Oh. 14 likes. Gotcha. Oh, I keep forgetting. I was going to like the live, but then I threw my phone away. Not away, but away from the microphone. Ingo said it's not hoarding if it's vinyl. Yeah, it's darn close. But if it's organized, then, that's at least a step in the a somewhat correct direction. just picking on you. Jonathan, just warning you, you're going to walk into this about lesbians, vibrators, bananas, hairy women's parts, cis men, and so much more. Yeah, Austin being sassy. Nick, what's up? Came home yesterday after leaving my daughter at Cambridge, Massachusetts for her studies. How you doing, Nick? Lingo says, correct, Ingo. Music and books are necessities, even if I have 3,000 of them. Jonathan wanted to get the Marble Red limited edition vinyl, but it sold out fast. Ingo is at 11,356 records. Of course, I keep track. There's an online platform called Discogs where you can keep track of your collection. It's also the biggest online market for music in the world. That is amazing. Gwen said, Nick, that must have been difficult. I'm not sassy. I'm just hyper and caffeinated. That's fair. Oh, I gotta get going in about a half hour, a little less than half. Mingo says Discogs does my head in. Ingo ordered the clear vinyl. Chris says, okay, Austin. With laughy faces. Malingo, I have around 3,000 records, about the same CDs, probably 600 cassettes, and a lot of music DVDs. Very nice. Malingo and Ingo sounds like a boy band. Jonathan says, Ingo, did I read you correctly over 11,000? Yes, you did, Jonathan. Oh, wow. We are in the Netherlands and she's over there now, Gwen. Well, heck, Nick and Ingo, you all can talk together because Ingo is in Germany and his daughter is coming to the US. You can you can confide in each other. Nick, are you on our Discord? I apologize if you are and I forgot. I've had a weekend. I've had the last 2 months of my life been kind of crazy. Blur. And the next 2 months, September and October, also will be a stupid, crazy blur. FYI. Jonathan also has the Clear album along with the CD. Joe says, I have an notebook case full of my vinyl. My first serious purchase was close to you in 1970 at age 14 when I got Sony system that wouldn't kill the vinyl. Mick's got the giggles and a Cornish, I'm going to say pastry. Not sure what a pasty would be. Well, I know what I think when I hear, so I'm thinking it's pastry. Anyhow, Joe, my last final purchase was the Warning Keep Me Fed picture disc. Nice. I can go there. Currently over 50 million vinyls for sale at Discogs, and that's only vinyl. They sell CD tapes, etc. there as well. Wow. Lingo asks if Ingo can sing. And now Jonathan's going to go check that out. Oh, pasty is correct. Or pasty. What is that? Hey, Ingo said, I can sing, but no one wants to hear that. Gina, there's a joke going on about Yari of Wonderson never has enough RAM to produce his music. You know what RAM means since you're not an engineer? Yes. There's not enough memory. He never has enough memory to produce his stuff because there's so much going on. I know exactly what that means. Yeah, I don't blame. I don't doubt it at all. There's no there. I can see how that goes. That's a joke. Like you can't find enough RAM for the amount of production that goes on. Papa. Okay, pasty. Nick says, Ingo, we were on stage for 4 weeks to set her up and decorate her room, but she is just 18 and it's hard to let go. St- pasta. Pasta. Like pasta. It's kind of like pasta. Pasta. Interesting. Pasty. Anyhow, Justin, are you being a good boy in my dungeon? Says Gwen. It is, Nick. My daughter's 20 and I have a lot of trouble letting her go. Yeah, you guys are going through something very similar. Joe says, I haven't bought a picture disc in decades and it looked like a cool one. My Technics SL6 is up and running, but I still do the digital stuff. So, picture disc. I can sing French love songs in sign language, but no one wants an encore. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if I want to. Originally Cornwall, made for farm workers. They're made of hard pastry, used to have something at one end and jam in the other. Huh. Interesting. Last picture I bought was Reputation, Taylor Swift, says Ingo. There are many variants now, says Malingo. Jonathan, nice chatting with you guys for a few. Gotta head back to work. Duty calls. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, Jonathan. Always good to see you. Have a good day at work. I can sing, but the only one wants to hear me is Freya. But from the look on her face, I think she has hands. If she had hands, she'd cover her little ears. Savory. Okay, gotcha. Savory at one end and jam on the other. Nice. Traditionally, potatoes, carrots, onions on one end, and jam in the other. That's interesting. That's like a munchy heaven, I feel like. Normally, picture disc doesn't sound that good. That's why I don't have a lot of them. Reputation is only available as a picture disc. That's why I have it. Can't wait for Taylor's version. I'm learning so many things today. Gwen said Alex for that instinct reference of saying bye bye bye. You're getting the BS treatment. He's just referencing me when I say bye bye bye. Do I get the BS treatment? Should I prepare myself? Main and dessert in one easy to hold pastry. Pasta. I'll just say like any version that it could be. The new Prince Purple Rain pick discs sound very good. Alex says, "How dare you, Gwen? That's Gina's favorite boy band." Pasta. Yep. Pasty. 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 Malingo. I was waiting for you to update that. It says black vinyl is technically colored. It's actually clear when it first comes out. Carbon is added to make vinyl black. Austin says, by the way, I also love NSYNC. I love that you love NSYNC. And I don't know why Alex adds an NY to the beginning of NSYNC, but there is no N. It's just NSYNC, just a FYI. Just more talk about how picture discs sound different. Oh, yeah. Well, shit. I didn't do my Harry Mac. I guess, fuck. I guess I do Harry Mac tomorrow with my Rewind Wednesday. Or, or maybe I just take a break. Maybe I just bring back, because I like that it's Harry Mac Monday. So I might just have to skip and reset on Monday. Tao, hello. Good to see you. I will only be here for another 10 minutes. No, you're not boring me. I know I stretched and yawned. I've just had like my body is sore. I think we walked 20,000 plus steps on Sunday at Cedar Point. We rode, let's see, I'm going to name off the things. We're going to go back to these last few minutes. We're going to go talk about Cedar Point for a minute. Austin, I am the same way with spelling. Yeah, you're doing just fine, Austin. Autocorrect is alive and well here, right? And I my spelling is ridiculous all the time, whether it's autocorrect or just my brain. Yeah, do outstanding request tomorrow and Harry next Monday. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna reset next week with Harry Mac Monday, and tomorrow is the rewind Wednesday have when I hit those when I get those requests that have been sitting around for months, literally at this point, some of them. Um, and then Thursday will be Dono Request Live. Tal, good to have you back, boss lady. And yeah, keeping it HMAC Monday makes most sense. Yes, amusement park time. Okay. Last 10 minutes, I'm going to do a fun wrap up of the weekend. First of all, I do have stories to tell about the weekend, so I'm going to talk about that. So, my friend and I, like, super spontaneously, were like, hey, the conversation started around like Wednesday or Thursday last week of like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And he was like, well, I was really wanting to go to Cedar Point on a weekday since kiddos are back in school. And he's like, but I can't go Friday. I can't go Monday. He's like, but I wonder how it would be on Sunday. Will it be as busy? So we looked up, we did some research. It's like, it's not going to be as dead as it would be on a weekday, but it's also not going to be nearly as busy as it would be during the summer. So, like before the kids went to school. So we made the decision and reserved an Airbnb like sometime on Friday to get there on Saturday. And um anyhow, wait, pause that because I just need to get through this. McT says, catch up your lists and start earning dollar. I want a kinky Jinx Christmas calendar with Gwen and Ingo bikinis galore, washing a Ferrari. LOL, let's go. Okay, McT. And then said, you do not want to see me in a Gwen says you do not want to see me in a bikini. Really? Hey, that's for us to decide, I guess. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. If you have a right to set that boundary, Gwen. Um we need consent from all parties. I'm not going to wash a Ferrari, but I'll be driving one soon, says Ingo. Michelle says hello to Tal from afar because they're in the same house. Anyhow, uh, I'm there with you, Gwen. I'm there with you. I got you. I understand. Okay, so I felt the need to read that out loud. Okay, um, so we like on Friday reserve an Airbnb to stay Saturday night and Sunday night and go to Cedar Point on Sunday, and then we go. Check in will be around 3 on Saturday. We get in town to where our Airbnb is, like 10 minutes from Cedar Point, and uh the we're driving up the road that the house is on, and then it's the road is closed and blocked off by police and firefighters, ambulances, all these things. So we go around, and then we see our Airbnb on the corner of the street that is closed, of which 2 houses down, the house is on fire, like active fire. These police or the firefighters are actively fighting a fire 2 houses down. So we take pictures, contact our Airbnb host, and they're like, "This is what's happening. We're not sure what to do. We can't get access to the driveway. Um, like they're closing it off. We cannot get on the street. They're turning people away. Uh, he contacts the police department, gets more info, says it's an active fire, zero ETA of when the road will be open. The owners of the Airbnb must have not, like, I don't even think they lived in town. They just had this house available for Airbnb. Well, they were like, we totally understand if you want to find another place and we will approve a full refund. So we're sitting at like the Kroger nearby looking at Airbnb to see if there's anything available. And uh sh- and and they uh so anyhow, the original Airbnb says they'll approve a full refund, totally understand, because like with fires like that, like police and media will be at sites like that for days sometimes. So um they totally understood. We're awesome. And then so we're looking at Airbnb to find a new reservation. And FYI, my internet is kind of sucky at the moment. Um, so not sure how that's working. But so we find a place. We go ahead and make the reservation. Granted, we haven't got, it's like we obviously haven't gotten a refund for the original one yet because that takes time. Um, but my buddy Andy, man, he was able to make it happen. And we contact the Airbnb that we find, reserve, and message them, and they're like, "Hey, we're already in town. We didn't get to, like we didn't go into detail unless they were going to ask. Um, but we're like already in town. Is it even possible? Thank you for approving our last minute reservation. And is they asked when we wanted to check in, and we're like, well, we're already in town. Is it possible to be there like in the next half hour? And they were like, yeah, we can make that happen. Absolutely. There's cold water in the fridge, cold filter water in the fridge, ice in the bucket. Everything's ready to go for you. Like, like because they have like snacks. Like they were a really good Airbnb host. So we went to Kroger, got a few things that we wanted to get at the store, found our new Airbnb. It was gorgeous. The hosts were amazing. They had snacks, they had like I said, cold water in the filter. They had ice ready for us. The everything was clean, like beautifully clean. Bathroom had like a million towels, like in the not a million, but ample towels and like folded like professionally and like all this stuff. Like, and we what we found out later, um, they lived. It was a duplex, and they basically like renovated the upstairs to make it an apartment, and they lived down below, and they were just awesome hosts. And like attention to detail in the apartment that we stayed in, like they had live plants all throughout the apartment. They had a coffee stand, like a coffee corner in the kitchen. They had a French press, and like, I mean, it was nice. And it was so cool. Anyhow, I know I'd be, but anyhow, super badass Airbnb, last minute, was able to check in 30 minutes from the time of reserving it. The and like what how crazy, it was so nuts to drive up to that first Airbnb and see that like two houses down was on active fire. Like, holy shit. So, what a whirlwind of a day on Saturday. We were settled into the second the Airbnb that we stayed in by like 6 or 6:30. And yeah, it was crazy that first day. And then we walked around, um kind of, well, we snacked on some of the food we had there, walked around, kind of like explored the area. And then Sunday we got up and Went to Cedar Point and spent most of the day there. We got to ride like, let's see, Maverick, Steel Vengeance, Rag Ragaroo or something like that. Uh, Val Raven, Raptor, uh, Magnum. These are all names of the different roller coasters. Max Air. Like I think we rode 10 roller coasters. Or well, the one Max Air is like a ride, but I think we rode probably 10 roller coasters and there's 17 there. But like a couple of them are old and just like meh, like they're not like staples that you have to like that you must ride. Um, but yeah, we rode at least 10 rides, which is impressive at Cedar Point. So, a little summary of that was a very little summary, but I thought and what was cool too about the Airbnb is when we were like I let them know that we were going to be um what's it called? Checking out right around 11, which was the latest checkout time. So they came out and they introduced themselves as we were getting our stuff out. The owners of the Airbnb, they were super cool. So like we gave them a badass rating. They had just recently um opened it up for Airbnb. I think we were like the eighth guest, and all of which have given them very good reviews. And um they were awesome. So we were like, we know exactly where we're staying next time we randomly decide to go to Cedar Point. So very cool experience. That is like the tiniest bit of a summary of the weekend, but it was much needed. Um, Buddy Andy is a freaking awesome human, and he just had this idea, and we went with it. So it was much needed, especially after my very highly dysregulated day on Friday, and then my body was fine. I let myself process through Friday, and woke up like refreshed on Monday or refreshed on Saturday and ready to go. So I do appreciate everyone's patience and understanding during the weekend while I was very very quiet. Um, Definitely needed it. So and yesterday I had hoped to do HMAC Monday, but I wasn't gonna push myself. So Glenn, yes, Andy sounds like an awesome human. He is. He is. Like he just it was his idea. Like he was like, I was really thinking about going to see. I was like, I haven't been to Cedar Point in over a decade. I will be your Cedar Point buddy if you would like. And he was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. So, and I was like, FYI, like my current fund situation is not fantastic right now. And he's like, nope, don't matter. We're doing this. The scary about the fire. Yeah, we were like, what the hell do we do? Like, we didn't know if it'd be safe to stay at the first Airbnb. Um, and we were very grateful that the hosts were super understanding. Like, we had, it was such a weird experience. Uh, but we had the best experience you could have had in that situation with the extremely understanding Airbnb hosts on both ends. Like, how cool was that? So we lucked out, and we ended up where we were meant to end up because that place that we stayed was awesome. Yeah, the air quality would suck. We and Andy's one that like regardless of how hot it is, he would much rather fresh air than AC. I did convince him to have the AC on for when we came back from Cedar Point because I'm like, it's gonna be 90 degrees. We need AC. But yeah, he's all about being outside. Like, and we spent a good chunk of time, outside on the porch, in the evenings and stuff. So we wouldn't have been able to do that next to somewhere that just had an active fire. So it worked out and it was awesome. But now I must go because my child's school has decided that it's an early release day. Um, well, there you go. There's that story. There's a very, very short summary of that story, and it was awesome. I will see you guys. I gotta go now. I will see you guys on the next one. That'll be tomorrow at the very latest noon, but I'm hoping it's sooner than that. I'm not promising anything, as we know. And tomorrow we'll be catching up on reactions that have been in the queue. Yes, everyone, have an awesome rest of the day. Thank you for hanging out with us here. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And it's been awesome. I love these days. I love these lives. And I know you guys apparently do too. So thank you, Tal. This is Amazing Story. It's great to see you again. Have a great day. Yes. Bye, everyone. For realties.